Google Pixel 4, should I buy? So many smartphones that were launched in 2019 and so many getting ready to launch just around the corner in 2020, you are faced with the serious question: should I buy the Pixel 4 or the Pixel 4 XL, or should I just wait for the new phones of 2020 to launch later this year? Disclaimer: depending on when you're watching this video, my advice may change slightly. Let's go back to 2018 and recall that nasty camera notch on the Pixel 3 XL. That phone was so ugly, I couldn't bring myself to use it every day. They took a pretty solid design from the Pixel 2 and just destroyed it with this ultra aggressive camera notch. The Pixel 3 was my least favorite device in 2018, and I used it less than any other smartphone in my whole inventory. When I finally gave it to Gabe, it looked like it was brand new. Since then, the design on the Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL has really come a long way. They went back to the notchless design and it looks amazing. No phone needs a notch, let alone an aggressive one. Google took the criticism and they made changes, and they left us with a really solid device. The days of having the latest and greatest hardware are over. That was the race of the past 10 years. Now, as a consumer, I'm more concerned with the hardware experience, and you should be too. Are you? Or are you more concerned with the specs of your phone? The size, the chip, the screen resolutions. What's the point of having 12 gigs of RAM on a phone and the software has no clue how to manage or allocate that processing power? Well, it looks good on the spec sheet, and that's about it. And we were able to charge you an arm and a leg because, well, it's spec'd out. My friend Leo, the Android stud, said on Twitter, using a Samsung phone is like running with a parachute. And having used my Note 10 Plus after using the Pixel 4 XL, I have to agree. Sure, everything on the Note 10 Plus works great, but it's slow, clunky, still kind of smooth, but not like a silky, I'm gonna go as fast as I can smooth on the Pixel 4 XL. Back to the question. Should I buy the Pixel 4 or should I wait for the 2020 phones to launch? Well, Black Friday specials are all over and the starting price is back at $7.99 and $8.99, so there are no savings to be had. But you need a phone and you're going to put it on a device payment plan anyways like a good consumer, so the overall cost is no big deal. The Pixel 4 was the answer to the problem that was the Pixel 3. The Pixel 4 is thin, which means there's not a giant battery in there. Out of the box, you might think your Pixel 4 seems to drain a little quicker than normal. And you're right. This is where the hardware is completely irrelevant and where the software starts to kick in. Google has introduced a machine learning algorithm for power management. What is your phone learning here? Well, your phone is learning how you use your device and what you need your phone to do. I am a witness here. My Pixel 4 XL's battery has improved over time. Like I said, there's no giant battery, so it does the best it can with what it has. I may even say this is the most efficient battery I have ever used. I don't end my day with 65 or even 60% battery every day, but this is my go-to device for just about everything I do. And I usually end a day when I put the phone on the charger at night at about 40% battery. And if I can't get access to a charger, which is extremely rare, practically never, I can always turn on the battery saver feature to get me through the rest of the day without worry until I can get home to a charger. The camera. Back in 2017, the Pixel 2 had the best camera around. The camera was praised, worshipped all over the internet, but things have changed and Google is no longer in the lead, especially when it comes to the hardware. Google added a new camera for a total of 2. Something that we were seeing back in 2016 from other manufacturers. Come on, Google, get with the program. This may seem a little shy compared to other flagships, such as the iPhone 11 Pro, but in tradition Google fashion, they are relying on the software behind the hardware to enhance and fine-tune your pictures. I call it Google Magic. You can literally see the AI working in the photo as it quickly processes the image. The Google Cam has some unique features, such as color pop, astrophotography, night mode, and the highly desired portrait mode that gives you the most beautiful bokeh effects that will always draw attention when you post to your social media. Speaking of social media, I want to follow you on Instagram. You can find me at the number 4, the love of _tech. Or if you want to be part of my daily life, come and find me on Twitter at the number 4 _ the love of tech. And I look forward to getting to know you better. Let's not forget to subscribe to the channel. You're here because you love YouTube videos, and I'm here because I love making YouTube videos, and it's like a match made in heaven, me and you made for each other. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. Ding! That way you know when videos come out as soon as they come out. The Google Assistant on the Pixel 4 is better than any other assistant on any other Android device. My most used feature is the squeeze to activate. I rather squeeze my phone in my hand than call out, "Okay Google," and hope that I'm not only triggering my Pixel versus all my other devices around me.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help with that yet, but I'm trying to learn.
See what I mean? Screening my calls is one of my favorite things to do. Right now, I'm using my Pixel 4 XL as my work phone. Most of the callers I get on the phone are people that I already have stored in my contacts, but not always. There's something very satisfying about being able to screen my calls and being able to watch it transcribe live on my phone. This is one slick integration that makes the Pixel 4 stand out, especially if you use your phone for work and personal use. That way, when you're not in the office, you can screen your calls and you can see if it's a call that you want to take or if they need your voicemail. Time is my most valuable asset, so anything that helps me protect my time is a major bonus. When I'm home, I have the option of either using Siri or the Google Assistant when using smart home features. And my experience is that the Google Assistant is more reliable, recognizes simple commands better, like change the studio lights to blue.
Okay, changing 6 lights to blue.
Google Face Unlock was just launched on the Pixel 4. For this being their first swing at Face Unlock, they actually did a really good job with it. Several of my favorite apps now have been updated to work with Face Unlock. Not all apps have caught up to this feature, but I'm confident by the end of the year, almost all apps will be integrated with Face Unlock. Face Unlock. Pause. Sometimes we just need a pause from the world, from an app, from work. You can pause an app for the rest of the day to be picked back up the following day. This is very useful when you come home from work and you just need to be left alone, when you just need an evening to yourself and to your family without the pending notifications looming over your head. Pause. Take a moment, take a day, take an evening for yourself. You've earned it. Now, the best for last. Android 10, native, pure, naked, unchanged Android as Google meant it to look and feel. Have you ever wondered why all Android phones look different? They all run Android. Well, that's because manufacturers like to put their own skin or user interface on top of Android that allows them to control all the icons, how they look, how they feel, and certain features of the phone. They mostly do this so they can brand the phone for either the manufacturer, like LG Bloatware, or a wireless carrier such as Verizon. And sometimes they both have their hand in weighing down the operating system together. That's why on Samsung devices you get pop-up Samsung ads. When you stick to true naked Android, you get the best simple features, a fast responsive operating system, and most importantly, you get software updates. My Note 10 Plus, a $1,200 device, just got Android 10. When that phone launched, Android 10 was out, but it wasn't available on the Note 10. But when you buy a Google phone from Google, you get the fastest OS updates, and more importantly, you get more frequent security updates. The security updates will protect your phone, your data, your personal information. Think about it. The successful use of your phone is 90% dependent upon being connected to the internet or a data connection 100% of the time. So if the main workload of your phone is to handle the data that is the gatekeeper of the data to the scariest place on the planet, the internet, then having updates and security updates is more important than you even think. You have a Pixel 4. You don't have to worry about it. this comes with the package. The Google Pixel 4 XL has been my favorite smartphone of 2019, and I plan to keep using it until the Samsung Galaxy 11, 20, X Factor, whatever comes out later this year. Honestly, if the new Galaxy's not amazing, I'm gonna go right back to my Pixel 4 XL anyways. The Pixel 4 has been the most enjoyable device I have used in a long time. If you're in the market for a new phone and you're considering the Pixel 4 or the XL, I encourage you to take the plunge and buy the phone. If you're an Android user and you've never used the Pixel, you will have a few compromises, as pure Android is not as flashy as other skins, but it's not all jacked up with thick skins that slow it down. So what you may lose in visual aesthetics, you will gain in speed and efficiency. Thanks for watching. Till next time, namaste.